That was a great intro for me. Wow. The best intro I've ever had in my life.
கரெக்ட்டா நீங்க எழுதி கொடுத்த மாதிரி சொல்லிட்டேனா?
Tamil. Yeah.
பிறந்து வளர்ந்தது எல்லாமே சென்னை. Okay.
Kumbakonam. I was born in Kumbakonam as a baby.
Kumbakonam. Okay.
Yes. But in my head, I thought I already got the role. So I made the trip. On the office போனோனே first day வந்து audition. Every time I get something, I'm on the other side of the world. அங்க இருக்கும்போது எதுவும் வராது.
From Hollywood to Kollywood, do you think that's a step down?
You know, it's very interesting. I'm very Indian, but I don't get roles for Indian anga.
Okay.
For me, it's always some Hispanic, Middle Eastern, Persian. For Thug Life audition.
For which role, if I may ask?
The role, again, getting killed. In the US, you have a union, you have the casting director, you have the agents, and there's no way to. Even Sivakarthikeyan, I was not well aware of him, but then now I'm a huge fan. And he's so humble, down to earth. PC1, PC2, we ended up sharing the same trailer. And
what is PC1, PC2?
Character names.
See, how do we know that?
I'm really struggling. There's a lot of Tamil. I'm struggling, and it's 5 a.m. We're all tired. Ellarum eppa polam veetukku polam mudikka maatengana. For me, romance comes very easy to me, to be honest.
That was my next question. So when I was going through your Instagram, I saw so many scenes. Vanakkam நேயர்களே, this is Priya Nadurai and in the show Cinema Talk Show. ரீசெண்டாக திரையரங்குகளில் வெளியாகி சூப்பர் டூப்பர் ஹிட்டாக ஓடிட்டு இருக்க படம் மதராசி படத்தோட வில்லன் வித்யுத் ஜமால்ன்றது நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். வித்யுத் ஜமால் எப்படி துப்பாக்கி படத்துலேருந்து நிறைய தமிழ்நாட்டு கேர்ள்ஸோட க்ரஷ்ஷாக இருக்காரோ, அதே மாதிரி இந்த படத்தில் வித்யுத் ஜமாலோட நடிச்சிருக்க இன்னொருத்தர் கண்டிப்பாக இனிமே தமிழ்நாட்டு கேர்ள்ஸோட க்ரஷ்ஷாக இருப்பாருன்னு கண்டிப்பாக நான் சொல்கிறேன். அவர் தான் மீட் பண்ண போகிறோம், தேஜஸ் கிருஷ்ணன். வணக்கம் தேஜஸ் கிருஷ்ணன்.
Thank you for having me. That was a great intro for me. Wow. The best intro I've ever had in my life.
கரெக்ட்டா நீங்க எழுதி கொடுத்த மாதிரி சொல்லிட்டேனா?
Perfect. I'll pay you later.
Definitely you should. Okay, எல்லா இன்டர்வியூலும் கேக்குற மாதிரி வந்து tell me about yourself நான் கேட்க போறது கிடையாது. நானே கேட்டுறேன் அதுக்கு பதிலா. எல்லாரும் பொதுவா வந்து Kollywood to Hollywood போணும்னு நினைப்பாங்க. பட் நீங்க வந்து Hollywood to Kollywood. How did all this happen? எப்படி வந்து நீங்க சென்னை பையன் தமிழ் பையன் பார்க்க இட்டாலியன் மாதிரி இருக்கீங்கன்னு யாராவது சொல்லிருக்காங்களா?
Daily.
You do get that?
Yeah.
You take it as a compliment or
it is what it is. I mean, I can't change my looks. Anala ella Tamil payana, but it's always like, are you sure? Tamil la eppomme.
Neenga Tamil.
Yeah.
பிறந்து வளர்ந்தது எல்லாமே சென்னை. Okay.
Kumbakonam. I was born in Kumbakonam as a baby.
Kumbakonam. Okay. சரி, எப்படி இங்க இருந்து US பயணம் எப்படி ஆச்சு?
So it's completely unexpected, and I had no plans to do any film work in India. So full focus US la irundhu. So I think production they went to a casting director's office. They saw my picture.
Okay.
And who is this guy, they asked, and then production had called me if I was available, but I was in the US. I said, yeah, just let me know when the project's ready. For 2 months, I didn't hear anything back. And suddenly they called me and then, hey, naalik meeting irukam. I mean, bro, like I'm in the US, like I can't come. But then I said, tell me more about the project. They said, A.R. Murugadas film. Okay. As soon as he said, okay, this is big. Maybe I could take the gamble. But in my head, I thought I already got the role. So I made the trip. On the office போனோனே first day வந்து audition. My gosh, I love auditions, but I expected this to be like a sure, I already got the role. So it's a big gamble to travel from the US. So came here and then did the audition, went home, gave me another set of auditions to do from home. So second audition பண்ணி முடிச்சேன். அப்புறம் 3 days ஒரு call வரல. அப்புறம் வந்து okay, sir wants to meet you for confirmation. I said okay. We're almost there, but even I had I've been shortlisted too many times in my life, and then I never got it. So I have my expectations very low.
Okay.
So I saw PC2, Siddharth, he was there, the other actor, and there was another actor. So 3 of us were
Siddhartha,
there.
is it? His name
Siddhartha,
is?
yeah.
Okay.
And I went in first. So I said hello, and then he just sat down, kind of observed me for like 30 seconds. Okay, how tall are you? I said 5'10". He said, okay, I think you're good. But I left, and then they came and confirmed pretty much. Said, you're in, and I'll give you the schedule, in a week's time, and then...
So at that time, you were sure that you got selected?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure, because I think the first day shoot, they came and picked me up in my car.
Okay.
Only then it was, okay, this is real, this is happening. And it just changes in the industries like that, and I'm used to it. So Yeah.
True. But before talking about Madharaasi, எனக்கு என்னன்னா இங்க இருந்து நீங்க சின்ன வயசுல யூஎஸ் போயிட்டீங்க இல்லையா? சோ யூஎஸ் போனதுக்கு காரணம் நீங்க ஒரு டென்னிஸ் பிளேயர் ஆகணும்ன்றதுக்காக யூஎஸ் போனீங்கன்னு முன்னாடி இன்டர்வியூஸ்ல எல்லாம் சொல்லியிருந்தீங்க. எப்படி சினிமாக்கு ஒரு டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன் எப்படி ஆச்சு? Because யூஎஸ்லயே you have done few shows, right?
Yeah.
So how was your introduction to cinema?
It's a long story, but I'll try to make it shorter. Obviously, tennis coach. I was a tennis player first, then tennis coach. That was my life full.
Okay.
Appuram vandu I just had a friend who was a model, you know, and then we were used to work out together. And then he pushed me, hey man, you're looking good, you know, transformed your body. Let's do some photo shoots. I said, nah, Allah, I'm shy. I don't like that. I was a completely different guy. I don't like the camera. He forced me, he pushed me, and then he set up the photographers, posing and all that he taught me. So we did a few photo shoots, and then I got comfortable. Appuram vandu he somehow sent my pictures to some casting people in the US.
Okay, so this was during your college?
This was after I graduated.
Okay.
After I graduated. This was in Miami, and then I booked a music video. My first ever paid gig was a music video. English. Yeah.
Okay.
Anga vandu on set la vandu it was a new experience, and I met a lot of actors, you know, and they said, hey, we train, we go and learn acting from you. I'm like, oh, acting training, obviously you have to learn how to act. Even that I didn't have any clue. So I went for the first class and I was hooked, and I was very like a therapeutic. It forced me to be vulnerable, you know, show my emotions. So it scared me, but I know I needed that, and I was very shy, you know. Okay. So I kept going for 6 months to train, and then that was it.
So acting training எடுத்திருக்கீங்க நீங்க proper for 6 months.
Yeah. I still train. You know, I treat it as a muscle, like working out. You need to keep it sharp.
Definitely. So what kind of acting was it? Theater acting or
screen acting specifically?
Screen acting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so were you into theaters too?
Theater, no, not yet. No.
Okay.
Maybe in the future I might dabble.
Okay. Eppadi Average Joe was your first show, right?
So actually, Resident was the first show.
Resident was the first show. Okay.
Yeah.
How did you land that role in Resident?
Audition through my agent.
Okay.
Actually, I was in India for that. I was just, I was on vacation. And
okay.
Every time I get something, I'm on the other side of the world. Anga irukumbodhu edhum varadu. Adha, anga irukumbodhu edhume varadu. But yeah, and then I traveled there. I remember getting off the airport and running straight to fittings. Okay. And then jet lag complete on a shoot. So two episodes I was in. So
okay, I think Resident 2 episodes and Average Joe 1 episode you acted in.
Yeah.
And then how many shows did you do after that?
So those are the two main shows that are recognized. But I've done a lot of independent films, you know, feature films and short films and a lot of ads and stuff. So
okay. From Hollywood to Kollywood, do you think that's a step down?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No, I mean, it's exposure, leverage to market yourself everywhere. Okay. I think about it. And also, everywhere there's content made. And at the end of the day, I'm Tamil Payan. You know, at the end of the day, I'm an Indian. I'm an Indian guy. So I want to go back to my roots, always been. This somehow kept me here now. So I want to continue this momentum with my roots. I want to be back. Yeah.
That's a proud thing. So, in the Hollywood shows or series, they will cast you as an Indian guy or...
You know, it's very interesting. I'm very Indian, but I don't get roles for Indian anga.
Okay.
It's always some Hispanic, you know, Middle Eastern, Persian.
Okay.
Everything except Indian. Indian role kupta kuda, I tell my agent, listen, I'm going to lose. Anyway, I won't get it. What's the point?
So you've never done an Indian role there?
And Resident, technically, it was, I mean, there was no specific, you know, ethnicity, but it could have been Indian. Salman Noor was the character name. So it could have been
Pakistani too, maybe.
It could have been anything, yeah.
Okay. So idukapram Hollywood la try பண்றீங்களா பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கீங்களா or so you're still pursuing everything?
Yeah, auditioning.
Hollywood, everything.
Yeah, auditioning everywhere. Mumbai, here, Hollywood. So I want to be a global actor. Like I want to represent my city, India, you know, Chennai.
Definitely.
Everywhere I go, I'm proud of it. So
definitely. Yeah. So Hollywood and Kollywood, நிறைய techniques la இருந்து everything acting techniques la வந்து different-ஆ இருக்கும். அங்க இருந்து ஏதாவது ஒரு acting techniques நீங்க வந்து இங்க apply பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா இந்த படத்துல மதராசி படத்துல?
See, I just stick to my job, you know, and we don't have to make it overcomplicated sometimes. In that scene, you have an intention, you know what's going on, background, and that's it. And sometimes you may not be lead in the scene, so you need to assist. So you need to know where you stand for the scene. So it's simple stuff like that, you know. Maybe eventually when I have more of a deeper, you know, a role where I need to get into it more, then I may have to use different techniques, you know, from there and from here. So
okay. மதராசி படத்துல தான் உங்களுக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தமிழ் ஆடிஷன் கிடைச்சதா இல்ல இதுக்கு முன்னாடி தமிழ் படங்கள் ஆடிஷன் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா?
நிறைய பண்ணிருக்கேன். I mean, Instagram main, I mean, like I've been very active on Instagram, so now a lot of people reach out from there. And for Thug Life audition.
For which role, if I may ask?
The role, the guy again getting killed, and there was a son of this, the other gang. He dies. I think Kamal Hassan kills him, or some. Yeah, I'm not sure who kills him in the beginning, like the first half.
Okay, so that role.
his wife jumps off when he says I don't care she got pregnant, that role.
Okay.
And he spoke in English too. I think that's why I auditioned for that.
You spoke in English?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then after that Jailer 2 also got audition for that.
Okay.
So I keep getting, but it has to be the right role, and hopefully
Okay.
I'll get more. Yeah.
இந்த படத்துக்கு அப்புறம் இன்னும் நிறைய ஆடிஷன்ஸ் வந்துட்டு இருக்கா, உங்களுக்கு நிறைய சான்சஸ் வந்துட்டு இருக்கா? கண்டிப்பா வரும்.
I hope it comes.
Yeah. So are you doing any auditions now for any movies?
Right now, nothing. I've not gotten anything yet for Tamil cinema yet.
Okay.
I've been busy with some Hollywood auditions. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Right now, so you're doing the auditions from here.
Yeah.
Okay. What about other movies like Bollywood or மற்ற languagesலயும் நீங்க ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்களா, இல்ல தமிழ் மட்டும்?
I get opportunities for auditions. The problem is language la. So I think I speak better Tamil than Hindi. Hindi is almost non-existent எனக்கு. So if I could speak Hindi, I think I would have a game changer for sure. Either I learn it, stop being lazy, every day learn பண்ணனும், இல்லனா I have to focus here or there. Yeah.
I get it. So Indian cinema and Hollywood cinema la நிறைய differences இருக்கும். They're both vast, I would say. Hollywood la irka networking and Indian cinema la irka networking, which is easy for you?
Networking na, you mean to the industry?
To get other auditions, to get in contact with the other directors or anything?
Yeah, it's a very totally different system. In the US, you have a union, you have the casting director, you have the agents. And there's no way to contact the director producer. There's no way. There's a system, but it works well there. Inga vandu I have the access to talk to a producer directly, or or ADs or something like that. So it's just a different way to network, different way to navigate the industry, and you just have to learn it. So inga different, anga different, and you just have to learn it.
I get it. What about the cultural differences you see from Indian cinema and Hollywood cinema?
A lot more passion here. Obviously, inga whistle போடுவாங்க, major excitement, and in fact, on the first day போனும்போது, that's actually my first Tamil movie in like probably 10 years or maybe 12 years. Tamil in theaters. Ella OTT nala you watch it at home. But first time போனும்போது, I mean, it brought back memories. And as a kid, I used to go Rajinikanth movies I used to watch, and crazy, right? I mean, a lot of me excited. So I felt that after a long time, it's my own, like I'm in this film as well. So I don't icing on the cake மாதிரி.
கண்டிப்பா. So எந்த அளவுக்கு தமிழ் படங்கள் பாப்பீங்க நீங்க இதுக்கு முன்னாடி?
See, honestly, I've been focusing in the US. I've been detached, but now I want to get into it more. I've been watching more now. Even sivakarthikeyan, I was not well aware of him, but then now I'm a huge fan. He's so humble, down to earth, and he's a brilliant actor. Very skilled.
Of course,
and
he is. Yes.
Watching his interviews, I saw Amaran. So I'm like, okay, we have people like him now coming up. Now I need to get to know more about other actors as well. So that's my goal, is to get into it more. This is almost like a calling. If madharasi பண்ண அப்புறம் I want to focus more on Tamil cinema as well.
Kandipa, I get it. Let's talk about Madharaasi now. How did you like the movie?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it had everything. It had action, it had love, and it was very fast paced. Obviously the songs were also a hit. A lot of strong characters in the film. I would wish they had Madharaasi 1 and 2, because because there were so many characters you could have, but overall I loved it.
When you were auditioned and selected for this role, முழு கதையும் உங்ககிட்ட சொல்லப்பட்டுச்சா, இல்ல உங்களோட ரோல் மட்டும் தான் உங்ககிட்ட சொல்லப்பட்டுச்சா?
Just my role.
Okay.
After eventually, as on set, I learned more and more.
Okay.
Also, this whole thing was very new to me, whole experience,
Okay.
Like assistant line, I didn't know we need to have an assistant. Ellame pudusa irundhathu. So this whole experience, so slow I learned, slow I connected with people on set, ADs, they were all very, very nice to me. So,
okay. அதுவும் என்னோட அடுத்த கேள்வியா இருந்தது. As a newcomer, உங்களோட co-workers and colleagues உங்களை எப்படி ட்ரீட் பண்ணாங்க? Were they friendly? Were they nice?
I'm actually grateful for Siddhartha, because PC1, PC2, we ended up sharing the same trailer. And
what is PC1, PC2?
Character names.
See, how do we know that? You have to tell us that.
So PC1, Nanda. PC2 is Siddhartha.
Oh, Police Constable 1 and Police Constable 2, is it?
Yeah, I think that's the code name.
Right.
PC1, PC2. Spies. We're spies, so we had code names.
Okay.
And it's interesting because we were anyway in the movie we are close. We have a relationship, and it's interesting we became close on set as well. So I mean, he obviously I have to give him a lot of credit, because he was very kind. He doesn't need to do that. He had his assistant. He made me use his assistant if I wanted. Everybody else, ADs, were very patient with me, especially Abe. I need to give him credit, because there's one dialogue where I'm really struggling. There's a lot of Tamil. I'm struggling, and it's 5 a.m. We're all tired. Ellarum eppa polam veetukku polam mudikka maatengana. it's very pressure, right? You know, you get nervous when everybody wants to. But he was very patient. He kept going over the lines with me. Let's try. Because you kind of, the pressure that you just lose.
Snap,
lose. So, but hey, sometimes you have to go through that. But now, you know, you will, next time you won't make that mistake, or you'll be more prepared slightly. So, yeah, I mean, they were very patient with me, and I appreciate every one of them. Yeah.
Nice. And A.R. Murugadas, வந்து அவருடைய படங்கள் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீங்க பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா?
Yes, I mean, he's the known name. I have seen his movies before. I mean, Gajani I've seen Tupaki.
Okay.
Before. Those two are the main. The old ones I've not really explored much.
Okay.
But I've heard, obviously he's a big name. So
you know he's a big deal and what you're getting into.
Oh yeah. His name was the reason why I made the gamble to come from US to Chennai to even do the audition. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, do you feel lucky because உங்களோட முதல் படமே இவ்வளவு ஒரு top rated director-ஓட கிடைச்சிருக்கிறது? Do you feel lucky?
Yeah, I'm absolutely grateful, lucky, you know, because sometimes supporting characters you may not be noticed, nalla, you know. And first day, first show, the first scene was okay. If I'm here, appa inno rendu moonu scene odum, okay. I'm grateful, you know. At the same time, and at the end of the day, I visualize these things really strong. You know, I am so confident in my belief. I feel like it's familiar. You know, and when I saw my face, I'm like, I've been here before. But obviously, I am humble about it. But I'm also like, you know, I belong here. You know, there's that sense of confidence I have, and it's the truth, you know. So.
Okay. And let's talk about sivakarthikeyan here. உங்களுக்கு அவரோட direct scenes இல்லனாலும் அவரை நீங்க செட்ல ஒரு நாள் பார்த்ததா சொல்லிருந்தீங்க. How was that experience? Did you get to converse with him? அவருடைய பேசறதுக்கு டைம் கிடைச்சதா பேசுங்க?
See, I had to be a professional, you know, because I didn't have a scene with him, and he was very busy. And I think he was shooting that factory scene, la Thuthukudila, that intense scene, the fighting la. So he was in character. I mean, he was, you know, ready to do the job. So I didn't really have a chance to talk to him, you know.
Okay.
Maybe in the future I will. But yeah, I mean, he seemed very friendly with everyone. He had fans there and factory workers. He, you know, took pictures with them, very kind.
Okay.
And then he went to work, you know, like a professional. Because the night shoots, like, everything's delayed, so you want to keep it up, so.
Okay. So Madharaasiக்கு அப்புறம் இன்னும் ஆடிஷன் எதுக்கும் பண்ணலன்னு சொன்னீங்க, but I wish you all the best to audition for so many movies. And also I have another question for you. Rejections பத்தி பேசணும் அப்படின்னா நிறைய auditions reject ஆயிருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. How do you keep yourself grounded when you face rejections?
You know, இது வந்து எப்பவுமே எல்லாருக்கிட்டையும் some people will ask me எல்லாரும் கேட்பாங்க எப்படி ஆக்டர் ஆகணுமா and a question if you ask me and a doubt வச்சு கேட்டாலே I say don't do it. And it's the odds are very low. That's the truth. You know, you need to have that extreme strong mindset. And even then you should be able to sacrifice a lot of things. It's the truth, you know, and it's not for everyone. And I even tell them, is it worth it? Do you want to do this? You know, there's so many other careers you can get into. But even if they fight me for that, no, I want this. Okay, maybe he really wants to, you know. A lot of people ask me the wrong questions, you know. And as an athlete, I feel like I have that mindset of never giving up and persistence and all that, because I'm just literally treating this as an athlete. Even though acting is not about competition now. For example, me and Siddharth can go for the same roles, but I have to treat him as a competition to a certain extent for me. And only then I can be proactive. But even though it's not a competition, external factors, nothing is in my control. But I have to, and the mindset is like that as an athlete. I have to treat it as, what can I do in my control? Create content, study, you know, be sharp, be ready when the opportunity comes, you know. Don't wait for someone to call you, you know. Put yourself out there. There's so many ways, creative ways. So
I get it. What kind of roles இதுக்கப்புறம் உங்களுக்கு என்ன மாதிரி ரோல்ஸ் பண்ணா நல்லா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு தோணுது? உங்களுக்கு பண்ணணும்னு ஆசைப்படுற ரோல்ஸ் தமிழ் சினிமால என்னவா இருக்கும்?
Tamil cinema, probably I want to continue playing more villain roles, but more extensive with more backstory. But also romance. For me, romance comes very easy to me, to be honest.
That was my next question. So when I was going through your Instagram, I saw so many scenes where intimacy was like handled like a piece of cake from you, by you. So உங்களுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி roles வந்து ரொம்ப ஈஸியா வருதுன்னு நான் ஃபீல் பண்ணேன். So
it's self-awareness. You need to know what you're good at, and obviously from personal experience, I have experience and I'm trying to portray it on screen, and it's become easy, you know, through these reels. I'm trying to brand myself that I can do this, you know. NRI maapla kuda irundha kuda paravala, like whatever it is.
America maapla.
Whatever. I'm down for
Okay, but romance is your cup of tea.
I think I want to test it out more. But I think it is. It's my strength.
Okay. And also Instagramல நிறைய ரீல்ஸ்ல வந்து கேப்ஷன் வந்து தமிழ்ல அழகா போட்டுருக்கீங்க. இது வந்து மதராசிக்கு அப்புறமா நடந்த ஒரு விஷயமா இல்ல முதல்ல இருந்தே are you fond of Tamil and you did that?
So I came here last year. Since the movie, I've been here for 1 year full time at Chennai, and I realized that people don't know who I am because they look at me and they think I'm not from here. Tamil payan illa. So I wanted to change their mindset, you know, through my reels, through my content. The first reel பண்ணும்போது I was introducing myself.
Okay.
You know. தமிழில் பேசினா கூட பிலீவ் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க அது மாதிரி. அப்புறம் சவுத் இந்தியன் ஃபுல் எல்லாம் பிடிக்கும் இட்லி அது மாதிரி. அப்புறம் தமிழ் பையன் அது வந்து it went viral, crazy viral, and then people like, oh, you're Tamil. So my goal is to do that, you know, just to let people know I could look different. I'm not blaming you, but பூஜை ரூம் வீட்டில் இருக்கு. I don't know, we're an Indian family, yeah. So constantly trying to convince people, and hopefully eventually I don't have to convince, you know. So
I think you can convince them by talking in Tamil to them.
அது கூட
even while explaining this இது கூட தமிழ்ல சொல்லி புரிய வச்சிருக்கலாம், but
I'm trying. My Tamil
I think you naturally tend to speak in English, so
yeah. So it'll get better eventually, yeah.
I hope it gets better. Also, do you have ambitions beyond acting, or a writer or a producer or director ஏதாவது ஒரு aim இருக்கா?
Honestly, too focused on acting ipa. Eventually maybe directing, you know, because I think it naturally comes to me. You know, reels I direct and stuff, and I'm a big filmmaking nerd, so I watch a lot of films, and a lot of times I pause. I'm like, oh, I know how they did this, how they did that, or I'll break it down. So eventually, I don't think I'll be a writer ever. I don't think I have that. No way.
Okay.
I could even be a manager for, you know, I'm extroverted, and I'm like,
இது ஒரு டிஃபரண்டான ஆம்பிஷனா இருக்கு.
எல்லாமே, I mean, whatever, if acting doesn't work out, I have to do that, so அது மாதிரி. So
okay, and other languages பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா apart from Tamil and English? Other languages, movies or series பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா?
இல்ல, only English and Tamil இப்போ.
Not yet.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, also, what advice would you want to give to all the youngsters who want to pursue their acting in Hollywood? Because since you have that experience already, I want to know that from you.
See, now it's become the world of self-tapes, so there is a small opportunity for everyone from anywhere. I think the first step is to put content, put yourself out there. You can even make your own series, you know, people would see it.
Yeah.
So I think Instagram, social media content is the first thing. Because, and then the next hurdle is the whole visa, you know, that comes later, but let's not think about that now. You know, if they really want you, they'll figure out a way, you know. So I would say, no matter where you are, if you're really good at what you do, anga vande they really look at that, you know. If they don't care, you know, they don't even care how many followers you have. If they feel like you're a brilliant actor and you're right for the role, anything is possible. And I think focus on online content every day. Don't worry about followers, likes, it'll come eventually, you know. Just keep consistent along.
Okay, that is a very good advice. Thank you. AR முருகதாஸோட ஏற்கனவே ஒரு படம் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. அவருடைய அடுத்த படத்திலயும் நீங்க இருப்பீங்கன்ற ஒரு ஹோப் இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு?
I hope he hires me back, Amma. I hope I did a good job, a good enough job for him to hire me.
Okay.
I'll be grateful to work with him again.
Okay, sure. Definitely. We are hoping to see you in his movies and any other directors' movies too very soon. And I wish you all the best, Tejas. It was a great interview with you. Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.